Jack is a smash comedy hit starring Robin Williams, and it's about a boy who ages rapidly. I can only imagine the hilarious hijinks he'll get into with this one. Francis Ford Coppola? That can't be right. Is that right? Okay. Jack begins with married couple Brian and Karen Powell, who are at the most elaborate Halloween party I've ever seen. Hollywood is so fake, you would never be able to get that many 30-somethings to dress in costume. I remember being invited to a party at a friend's house on Halloween, and I was the only one in costume. And it wasn't like everyone else was like just casual either. They're all wearing like Dockers and button-ups while I'm freezing my ass off dressed as Cousin Eddie when he's in his bathrobe on Christmas Vacation.
Shitter was full!
And it was like the greatest costume ever, but everyone just made fun of me because I didn't have a 401k or some shit. Karen goes into labor. However, Karen is only 2 months pregnant, and she gives birth to what basically amounts to an abomination. But if I was her husband, I would just be thinking that this lying whore got knocked up by someone else 9 months earlier, and was all like, oh shit, I'd better have brief clinical sex with my husband and tell him that he knocked me up real good. So they name the baby Jack, and they learn that his cells develop faster than a normal human's, and we flash forward to when Jack is 10 years old, and all the neighborhood children are afraid of him.
All hairy and everything. He's like a freak or something. I'm telling you, he's our age, but he looks 40.
Speaking of old creeps, Jack has a personal tutor named Lawrence Woodruff, played by Bill Cosby.
What happened? What'd you do? Where'd it hurt? Mercy. But this leg has got to come off. I'll get your father's saw. No, get that. What do you hear?
Nothing. It's okay.
How about the toes?
My toes are okay. I can feel that.
Yeah?
I feel that.
How about that?
That's right.
That's much better.
Even if this wasn't played by Bill Cosby, this is not a good look.
So, where were we?
Oh, you were being very inappropriate with a 10-year-old boy. Woodruff tells Jack's parents that he thinks Jack should go to public school so he can be with kids his own age.
Mr. Woodruff mentioned something today.
Was it that I pulled his pants down and he tickled my inner thigh? Oh my god, no. He did what? And they finally realize that they want Jack to live a full life, so they enroll him in school. And genetic disorder or not, kids will always make fun of you if you go to school dressed like Forrest Gump. Learned that the hard way. Jack meets with his principal, Mr. McGee, and he takes Jack to his classroom, taught by Ms. Marquez.
Their eyes up front. Everybody, come on now, calm down.
Oof, that's okay, buddy. It's happened to all of us. Just regroup, and hopefully you can make some friends at recess. Oh, dear God, no. Jack.
Dog always gets.
Okay, now I was a super awkward child, and I was also an army brat, so I've had dozens of first days at school, and I have f***ed all of them up. But even I know that hissing and barking at the other students on the first day is just social suicide. Kids also don't like it when you just openly sob at your desk, or if you have a super old Band-Aid on your knee that smells like absolute death. They're not fans of when you do a little spin move and make finger guns and say, hey, how about a smile? Doing the Richmeister from SNL also sends people into an apoplectic rage. And then there was a time I called a teacher mommy, which was bad enough on its own, but also earlier in the day, I called the janitor Papa, because he looked like my grandpa. So then even he was clowning on me. Yeah, first days are hard.
Are you afraid?
No.
Oh, Jade says that you're a freak.
Oh yeah, well Jane sounds like a real uptight bitch. A televangelist would be all like, "Begone, foul beast, I banish you to the 10th circle of hell." And some hip-hop teens would be all like, "Yo, yo, yo, I thought there were only 9 circles of hell, yo." And then the Fonz shows up, and he's all like, "Hey." Oh no, he just had a vowel movement, yes. And you know, there's actually a very simple solution to Jack's friend problem. Once these kids find out that Jack has an insanely hot mom, they'll be begging to come to his house to play.
Oh, are those gummy bears? Could I have a red one? The red ones are my favorite. Thanks for lunch.
De nada.
Is this going to end with Miss Marquez going to prison for having an inappropriate relationship with a minor? And Jack gets picked to play basketball at recess and just straight up dominates the boards. You got the rebound, but Jack, you got to take it back to the top of the key, bud. Oh, well, he's doing something right. Old Miss Marquez over there is hurting for a squirtin'. What? What do you mean I can't say hurting for a squirtin'? Why the hell not? And then in class, Miss Marquez assigns the most misguided essay ever. And she asks the class to write about what they want to be when they grow up. Like, Jack's going to be dead by high school.
I want to be a gynecologist.
If that's so, then I want good reasons why.
reason why, Miss Marquez?
Good God, kid. Holy hell. All right, you cannot call Jack a freak anymore. Not with this dude in class.
What do I want to be when I grow up? Alive.
Can we get the picture?
It's actually really sad. Wasn't this billed as a full-on comedy? And after class, Jack makes his first friend with a delinquent named Louie, who wants Jack to pose as the principal because his mother is coming to discuss his behavior. And Louie's mom, Dolores, is played by Fran Drescher, and poor Louie has to watch his mother try to proposition his 10-year-old classmate.
I'm going to give Mr. Powell my number at work so that you can call me and let me know how he's doing. You can stay on top of things. Oh, and that's Memories. That's a club that I hang out at sometimes. But it's a nice place for people our age to hang out, have a little drink, take the edge off, you know.
And Louie invites Jack to a sleepover, and the other kids only allow it because he bought a Penthouse magazine on the way over.
Think our moms look like that?
Don't think about your mom when you're looking at a Penthouse. I mean, you can think about Louie and Jack's mom, but not your own.
Hey, Jack, you ever get a boner?
Oh my, yes. Did I ever tell you about the time I was hit on by Louie's mom? She was rubbing all over me, and all of a sudden it was like, "We need to crest that hill and raise that flag, man." Yes. And then your rich uncle from the Hamptons is all like, "Oh my, I must have misheard you. I thought you said his stock was on the rise." Yes. But in all seriousness, I was so frightened by this new sensation, I was just slamming it into a locker door, and I was all like, "I cast thee out, Satan." Bang! Yes. So Jack is now part of the group, and the first order of business when you make new friends is to introduce them to your private tutor that you used to wrestle with.
Are you 10 too?
No, I'm more like 5'11". Children say the darndest things with the talking and the questions, and then the night you get the ladies in your house, I put the pills in the drink and they get drowsy, then I undress the ladies with the boobies and oh. Oh no, I realized it was hard to understand what he was saying, but he just admitted to all of it. And Jack begins to lose his hair and starts to think about how short life is, and he doesn't want to die a virgin. So he shoots his shot with Miss Marquez and invites her to the dance. But she turns him down. Disgusting. Of course, Louie's mom is down, and she is a slam dunk. And Jack runs away devastated and suffers a heart attack. And the doctor says that his aging is only going to accelerate faster. Louie's mom is on the phone, and she said you were going to take her to Pound Town. Is that out by the airport? And Jack's mom wants him to stop going to school so as to not put any strain on his heart. But he gets so upset that he goes to the bar that Louie's mom always goes to.
Oh, I'm so surprised to see you here. Oh. Believe me, that wasn't the first matchbook I ever passed out.
Yeah, we all figured that already. Like, this woman is new to town, so she obviously doesn't know about the child who ages rapidly, but I would think that it'd be common knowledge to everybody else. Like, her life is going to be ruined once all this comes out. At least the lady in Big had magic on her side to cover up her crimes. Like, there's documentation about Jack's legal age. But lucky for her, Jack has second thoughts about raw-dogging his friend's mom, but as he leaves, he bumps into someone else and starts a bar fight and gets arrested. Louie's mom bails him out and drives him back home. And then he slips into a deep depression and stays confined to his room for 2 weeks. And all the kids from school begin coming by every day to ask if he can come out and play. It eventually pulls him out of his funk, and he says that he wants to go to school. And it just so happens to be the day of the What I Want to Be When I Grow Up essay. And Louie says that he wants to be like Jack when he's older.
So I may not know what I want to be when I grow up. And right now I really don't care. But I do know who I want to be like. My best friend, Jack.
Like, such a powerful ending. Like, we don't need to think about the future of Jack. He's happy right now. He's happy in this moment. And no, damn it. Okay, so we get to Jack's high school graduation, and he is roughly a 72-year-old at this point. And he's named valedictorian, and he gives a rousing speech about living life to the fullest.
Don't worry so much. Because in the end, none of us have very long on this earth. And if you're ever distressed, cast your eyes to the summer sky. And when a shooting star streaks through the blackness, turning night into day, make a wish. Think of me. And make your life spectacular. I know I did. I made it, Mom. I'm a grown-up.
Mom, it's the guys, I gotta go.
How sweet it is!
What the fuck?